What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here in the v24.4 the v24.20 update for Fortnite has officially released, and with it came a lot of new cosmetics. So in today's YouTube video, we'll be going over the cosmetics and talking about all the leaks and stuff using the wonderful world of a private server. Now, of course, we have emotes and whatnot to talk about here, so we're going to start it off, of course, with just the outfits themselves. So firstly, we have the Dahlia outfit, which is this one right here, which is actually one of those skins that people thought was going to be like an upcoming crew pack skin, right? It was one of those skins that got teased with another outfit we'll show a little bit later in today's video, but it was an interesting thing to see them add to the game just because of the fact that we had a little teaser, like wanted poster for them added when we got the actual crew pack for the season, right? So this is one of the new skins this season. You can see it right here. Pretty nice design, and it is, of course, you know, that rarity, which I think is epic rarity. I can't remember off the top of my head. Next up, we have some Koi Agent skins. Now, these are actually going to be part of a real money bundle that you'll be able to purchase in the item shop soon. And, you know, it includes some skins, some back blings, a loading screen, and more. So, of course, here is the first Koi skin. I kind of like the color scheme they've got going on with it. You know, it's just kind of like a red and black theme or whatever. But it does match the whole entire aesthetic, and I think they're pretty cool. We also have the Koi Brawler skin right here. You can see it's got a nice little design. And it's an interesting take on Zero, in my opinion, because of the fact that Zero was at one point basically the 0 point, right? And then they're just like, nah, we're making it a fish now. So, you know, it's interesting to see this character in the game and with this unique design going on for it, but, you know, it is something that I'll most likely end up picking up once it releases in the item shop. And then the third skin, a part of that bundle, is the Koi Striker skin. Now, this one I think is actually pretty clean. You know, we got a nice little design going on here. You know, even like the little like gun holder on the side has a little like koi fish design going on with it. So I think that overall, you know, the three koi skins, we got the, you know, the agent, the brawler, and the striker skin. They all are very unique in their own ways. They're, of course, reskins of old skins, but they still have a nice design going on for them that I appreciate, right? But of course, you know, you guys can have your own opinions in the comments down below. Next up, we have the Anaconda skin, which is part of the Hiss Click quest pack, which is now confirmed to be a quest pack you'll be able to purchase on any platform, and it's not something that is exclusive to the Microsoft Store, right? It got leaked by Microsoft, however, it is available for anyone, no matter what platform you're on, once it eventually does release. And now, one thing I find really cool about this skin is the eyes, right? It's like you look at it and it's kind of like a chroma spectrum type thing going on with the eyes. And I know that's a weird thing to think about, right? Because if you look at some of the other skins, you know, you got like one solid color for their eyes or, you know, glasses or whatever. But with this skin, I just kind of like how it has like a gradient eye effect to it. It's something that's super small. You're not going to even notice it. And I didn't even notice it until I zoomed in right now. But it is something that just kind of adds to the aesthetic of the skin and makes it a little bit nicer for anyone who ends up rocking it or ends up thinking about the skin, you know, if they want to main it or anything like that. Now, of course, this is a snake-themed skin, so it's one of those things that, you know, might match the whole entire quest pack aesthetic. But next up, we have another Renegade Raider themed skin, the Renegade Runner skin. This is like a robotic Renegade Raider, which actually used to be a survey skin that we had a long time ago, and I think they did a really nice job on actually putting this into the game normally as an actual skin, you know, taking the survey concept art version of it and making it into a full 3D model. I think it actually looks very clean, and as someone who doesn't really care for the Renegade Raider reskins or anything, this one I like the most, right? This Renegade Raider reskin is probably my favorite out of all the ones they've done so far, and I think it just looks very interesting, right? I think they did a very nice job on it, and it makes me just, you know, excited to see what all is going on here. Now, next up, we have the Serenade skin, which is also an NPC on the Fortnite island, which you might be listening to some of the music going on in the background right now or whatever. That's actually a music pack related to this brand new skin right here, and I think it's very cool, you know, seeing the aesthetic and everything, especially like the glow you got going on like the left leg and arm and everything, right? It's just like the little pattern effect going on there. I think it's a pretty simple skin, but a pretty good skin at that. Now, I know that one thing I'm about to show you guys is another skin that is the same rarity, but has a awesome lobby pose in my opinion, just super expressive and everything. But I do want to admit that, you know, all these skins that are added this update, I kind of just like all of them, right? I think all the skins did a pretty good job, and, you know, I would love to hear in the comments down below, what do you guys think about these skins? But next up, we have Wendell. Now, Wendell is a super expressive skin. Just look at this right here. This is how the skin is idling in the lobby, right? So when you're just sitting there with your friends in the lobby or whatever talking about stuff, this is what you get to see from Wendell if you're rocking that skin. You just get this whole entire expressive theme to it. You know, it really matches the fact that they're kind of like an animal or whatever, and I think that's pretty cool. Now, will I actually rock this skin myself? Probably not. I don't see myself using it too often, but I do think that the people who do use this skin and decide to main it or whatever are going to really enjoy just, you know, that extra animation, whatever is going on there, because in my opinion, out of all the idle animations we've ever gotten, this one seems super expressive, almost like if at one point they were going to make it like, you know, a Fortnite crew pack or whatever. Now, before we talk about the 2 Attack on Titan skins, however, I want to talk about a certain NPC skin that got added and updated with the newest update, right? And this is another one of the skins that actually matches the Dahlia skin that we just talked about, and that is Styx. This is the Styx NPC right here, and the lore behind this NPC is focus has never been Styx's forte, not when he could be chasing chaos or making problems for people he doesn't like. And there are a lot of people he doesn't like. So this is one of those skins that right now, just like, you know, the Nox skin, is an NPC on the Fortnite island that you'll be able to interact with. There's some special dialogue for certain characters, but it's one of those skins that aren't actually going to be released in the item shop anytime soon, like not in the current update of Fortnite or anything, and we'll have to wait a little bit before we figure out if this skin's going to be like a crew pack, if it's going to be something you'll be able to get normally, or anything along those lines. But overall, that's all the skins, you know, that have been added this update, and of course, we have Captain Levi and Mikasa. Now, here we go. We have, wait, did I just say Mikasa? Mikasa. I'm sorry about that. I'm out of it, okay? I don't know why I just wanted to speak Spanish for a second. But here's Captain Levi. You know, a pretty nice skin. You know, you got the whole idle expression thing right there. You know, it matches Levi's character a lot and everything. And then, of course, you can take off the actual cape, same with the other skin, and just enjoy the different variants they've got going on there. Now, for Mikasa, of course, you know, we have pretty much the same thing going on here, right? We cape on, cape off variant. With the cape on, this is kind of like the aesthetic you're getting. With the cape off, this is the aesthetic you're getting. You know, it's basically just like a small little thing. But something that, if you're an Attack on Titan fan, you'll love is this right here. The moving of the scarf upwards. I know it's a small thing for an idle pose, and if you're someone who doesn't really care about Attack on Titan too much, you might not care about it. But as someone who's actually watched Attack on Titan and has read the manga a little bit and everything, I think it's a very small touch that is super cool to see Epic Games put in the game, just because of how, you know, they've decided to implement it and how it actually ends up working. So, you know, that's something I thought I would just point out for anyone who actually likes Attack on Titan and, you know, pays attention to the small little details like that right there. Next up, however, we have to go over to the back bling, so let me pause real quick so I can take a drink of something. Alright, and now that I am back, let's go ahead and look at some of these back blings. This first one is the Abyssal Void back bling, which is actually part of that koi pack that we mentioned. You know, it's a pretty interesting back bling, pretty cool design and everything going on for it. I think it's just, you know, fun overall, and it is just kind of aesthetically pleasing. Next up, we have the Exo Intellect back bling, which is a unique one, right? It's one of the ones that, you know, it's like, I don't know if I would use it too much, but I would have to see what it's bundled with. Oh yeah, it's bundled with that Dahlia skin we talked about. It matches their aesthetic pretty well, but it would be interesting to see what combos are possible with this. Next up, we have the Luckiest Wabbit back bling, which is a part of the koi bundle once again. It's got a banana in it. I'm a FireMonkey. I gotta give it a thumbs up because of the banana, and there's like 5 million people DMing me on Discord. I don't care what you guys gotta say. We got a banana in a backpack that is, you know, transparent, and I think it's pretty cool. And of course, you know, we got another one of the little like bunnies with guns or whatever just chilling back there. So that's a nice little like attention to detail, but overall, you know, pretty simplistic back bling. We have the Orlight back bling, which is actually a part of the Attack on Titan collaboration with the option to turn reactivity on or off. Now, it's reactive basically by if it's daytime or nighttime. If it's nighttime, the light actually lights up. If it's daytime, of course, it doesn't light up. Next up, we have the Thunder Spear Flyer, which allows you to soar above the Titan thread. This is actually a back bling glider combo, where if you have the glider a part of this, it will actually deploy from the back bling itself, which I think is a pretty small but nice little attention to detail. We have the Transformation Serum back bling, which is part of Levi, and, you know, it just makes sense. It's pretty understandable if you don't know what happens in Attack on Titan regarding the Transformation Serum. I'm gonna leave that, you know, mystery, because, you know, especially just with all these collaborations and stuff, I think if you're interested in the cosmetics and it gets you interested in the anime or the manga or anything like that itself, then that should be something for you to explore and discover on your own time. Next up, though, we have another Koi Kingdom back bling that'll be a part of the bundle called the Undertow back bling. You know, it just matches the aesthetic of another one of the skins. Pretty simplistic, you know, it has a nice little design on it, and I just think the Koi design is pretty sleek and, you know, just nice in general. So that's all I gotta really say about it is, you know, thumbs up, they did a good job. Next up, the Charmer's Coil back bling, which is a little snake. I didn't realize this when we got the image leaked to us before, but it's just a little, like, green snake guy, and I think that's pretty interesting, you know, just pretty cool. And I know I'm just saying, like, pretty interesting and cool, thumbs up to basically everything, but I don't really have a bias towards anything this update, right? I think all of it's really just nice, especially like this right here, the fluttering notes back bling. I think that's super sick. And I feel like this could be used in just so many skins overall, even if you're not using the actual skin that comes with the back bling, right? I just feel like the wings is super cool. I want to see more wings in the game, right? I want to see more wing-themed back blings added to the game, just because I think it adds to, you know, a nice little aesthetic, and it would be interesting to see if they, like, move or anything whenever you're using them in an actual match. Next up, we have the Nut Hutch back bling, where, you know, it's Wendell and Nuts' little, like, house thing. Now, you can see in the little preview image, there's supposed to be a little, like, squirrel in here. Oh, there it is! There's the squirrel! Ah, that's cute. Okay, so we have two more holes here. I'll just talk for a little bit to see if they pop out of any of the other ones. But it is one of those small little back blings that I think are very nice to see in the game. And it's just like, you know, an aesthetically pleasing thing. I won't use it too often, but I think if you do use it, it's kind of funny to see the little, like, pop-up animation that happens every once in a while with the different little, like, things. Like, see how that was a different animation than the one we just saw? And then I assume it comes into, like, a different spot eventually or something like that. I just think it's a nice little touch. Yep, there it is again. Oh, look at him. And it's just, you know, a cool little thing to see in the game. Next up, we got the Raiders Rucksack back bling. Pretty simplistic one. You know, this is one of the ones that I feel more, I guess, normal about. It's just like, it's there in the game. You know, if you use it, use it. If you don't, you don't. And then the Regiment Cloak back bling cloak type thing, right? You know, it's just the cloak. This one has a few variants here: the Scout, the Garrison, the Military Police, and the Cadet Corps variants. So those are a nice little way to actually rep Attack on Titan, even if you're not using the Attack on Titan themed skins. And overall, the back blings look pretty cool. Now, when it comes to the other stuff, we have a lot of stuff to kind of go through, so I'm going to, like, rapid fire this, I guess. We have the Code Carver pickaxe. There's a little sound for you and everything. Pretty simplistic pickaxe, pretty nice. The Fin Flyer pickaxe right here is another simplistic one. You know, it's got a small little animation or whatever there. Pretty nice. The Fins of Retribution pickaxe, which also has a single version, like, you know, a combined version or whatever right here, which is like a scythe, which I think the scythe looks super cool in my opinion, and I can see myself using that. We got the Jolt Batons pickaxe, which, you know, reminds me of Black Widow's cosmetics from a long time ago. The Snakebite Slasher pickaxe, which is a green pickaxe that I love, and I might actually have to try using it on Sergeant Green Clover soon. I just love the color green, right? So I'm going to have to rock that a little bit. The Snap Blade pickaxe right here, which is one of the ones you can actually preview in your character's hand, which I think is pretty nice. The Swiper Striker's pickaxe, which I want more claw pickaxes, right? Like, seeing this is super cool. I plan to use it on some skins, but I want more claw pickaxes. Give me boxing gloves. Give me all these type of things, please. They got the Renegade Star pickaxe right here, which just looks like another just Star one, but hydraulically powered, I guess is a way to say it. I don't know. The Seabound Slasher pickaxe, which is just a pretty simplistic one, but a really nice one in my opinion. It matches a lot of aesthetics, and I feel like this would work well with those chrome skins from a previous season. Next up, we have that glider I talked about right here, which comes out of the back bling if you have both equipped at the same time. And of course, it's a part of the Attack on Titan collaboration. Pretty simplistic, but I think a pretty cool one at that. And then we get to go down to the fun territory of sprays, emoticons, and more. You can see the sprays on the screen right now, and I'll just go over a few of those, and then, you know, the emoticons and everything, and then show off the glorious little emotes they added this update. So this is an FNCS drop, as you can probably suspect right there. This one is going to be a free reward from some upcoming challenges, and this one is related to the skin I'm currently wearing. But when it comes to the emotes themselves, we have the Heart Attach emote, which I think is a pretty simplistic one, but I like the animation of it, right? I think it's actually a really nice emote, and, you know, it's just like, I don't know, it just feels kind of like aesthetically pleasing to me in a way. Next up, we have the Little Willy emote, which is one thing that I was surprised by, was just how it's like Caddis, but as a motorcycle. I just think that's interesting, right? You know, we have the Devourer, aka Caddis, as just a motorcycle, and it makes me wonder if maybe we'll get this as an actual theme for, like, you know, the motorcycles we currently have in game, or the dirt bikes or whatever, just because it's like they put it on an emote, might as well put it in game as well. Now, when it comes to the next few emotes I show here, these are actually Attack on Titan run styles. You can get these in the shop right now, but these are actually traversal emotes, and they're just kind of, you know, like different styles for running around, and I think they're pretty fun to use, because just imagine it, you're running around just like that, right? Just running around like that, and I think it's very fun, but of course, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I would love to hear what you guys think about these emotes in the comments down below. Now, these 3 emotes can be bought in a bundle for 500 V-Bucks, I do believe, if I remember correctly, and it's just, you know, a nice little aesthetic to have with the Attack on Titan collaboration. But for our final emote here, it's a built-in one. Look at this. It's just, he's got the homie. He's got the homie. Do I need to say anything else? He's just vibing with the homie in his pocket. Even get little, like, head scratches and everything. And I think it's just a cute little thing to see Epic Games put in the game. Now, of course, for the final few things, we have the Serenade song music pack that you've heard on loop multiple times now. We also have some actual loading screens here. I'll go ahead and, you know, go through them pretty quickly so you guys can see them if you want to see them. There's some very interesting ones with some nice aesthetics going on and everything. I mean, like, even this right here, just the explosions and everything are super nice. This is an FNCS Twitch drop, as you can probably guess by the FNCS logo on the right side. We have this, which is a part of the bundle once it releases in the item shop, and I think it just looks super cool. We have the Koi loading screen, which is a part of that bundle when you purchase that with real money. I think it's another one of those things that, you know, like, has like this comic aesthetic to it, but also like a 3D aesthetic as well, and just blends super well. We got some Renegade Raider themed stuff going on here with, you know, the Blaze skin and the Renegade Runner skin with all these characters around them. I think it's very nice. And then this skin, or I guess this loading screen, which is a part of the Syndicate Part 3 quest line, and you'll be able to get it entirely for free by doing those quests once they release. And then this. This isn't a loading screen you'll be able to get, as you can probably guess, but I thought I'd show you it anyways, so thumbs up, right? You know, like, hey, at least I showed you all the loading screens. And now, finally, let's talk about the wraps. We firstly have the Lucky Koi wrap right here, which is animated with just like a little like red glow at the back whenever you shoot. We have the Mark of the Renegade wrap right here. I don't know why I can't speak apparently, which just has a nice little, like, you know, glow in the middle there whenever you shoot. We have the Overflow wrap, which is reactive, and whenever you shoot, it does another one of those glow effects, which is something you're noticing with like all of these here. And then the Plasma Core wrap, which is actually reactive to sound, I believe. Yeah. Whenever you're shooting it, as you can see right there, it just like makes it super plasmy, but normally it's also just reactive and, you know, animated over time. So that is a nice little wrap to see in the game. But with that said, that's pretty much it, right? There's nothing else. I don't think there's any like contras or anything, to talk about in this update, right? We got a lot of new music packs, we got a lot of new stuff going down, and overall, a pretty nice update. So if you enjoyed today's video where we just kind of talked about the new cosmetics and rambled on for a little bit, consider subscribing and support the content I create, and I'll catch you champs and champions tomorrow with another video. Peace out.